Hi, I'm the Marvelous Patric, and on June something or other, I went to do some stand-up in a town called Little Falls, Minnesota. Little Falls is about 20 minutes from my house in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota, and when I go there, it's basically the closest open mic to me if I want to just kind of scratch the stand-up itch a little bit, and I go and I try some things. It's a very community-oriented open mic. It's a lot of high school students, middle school students. There's some older people that come in and do different things. Just it's got a lot of music. It's got some just spoken word. It's not a comedy club. One of the interesting things about Little Falls, Minnesota is that it's in Morrison County. Now, Minnesota itself is a very blue state. We've got 2 Democrat senators. We've got a very diverse population in our metro area, the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, surrounding suburbs. Less so the rest of the state, where the population density is a lot smaller. And Morrison County is the most Trump county in Minnesota. I actually live in a neighboring county, but I often describe where I live as I'm the blue dot in the sea of red. So given that, I went that night and did my entire set on Donald Trump. And here's what happened.
Next up, we've got the Marvelous Patric, everybody.
What do you think of President Trump?
I think he's doing a fabulous job with all the investigations and stuff. I'm surprised if they just let things go a little bit, he'd be able to do a lot more.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'd like to start tonight with a racist joke, if I may. Why did the racist cross the road? To get to the Trump rally on the other side. I've noticed since Trump was elected that a lot of white people are suddenly experts on racism. People of color are like, that's racist. And white people are like, actually, no, it's really not. See, that's what I think people like about Donald Trump, is that he's taken the word racist back. What do you think of President Trump?
I think he's doing as good a job as he can. And there's a lot of stuff going on against him, but we're told to pray for our leaders. And so I do pray for him that he will have wisdom, understanding, and knowledge that he needs.
It used to be that if you were called a racist, you were the one that did something wrong. But now, it's the person calling you a racist that's being mean. Okay, heads up. Tonight, my entire set is actually about Donald Trump. So, buckle up. Trump, he's making America great. Again. Right? He's bringing back all the great things, like comedy. All right, comedy's totally terrible, right? So what they need to do is they need to get back to basics. They need to get back to basics like the comedy K. Everyone knows K sounds funny. We're going to bring back the comedy K. Now, a lot of people will defend Trump's white supremacy, and they'll be like, look, he's not racist. His son-in-law, Jared, is Jewish, and his daughter-in-law converted to Judaism, and his grandkids. And yeah, racists are always like, I'm not racist. I've got that one black friend. And I'm sure in Trump's mind, they're not really Jewish. They're like Jewish light, fake Jews.
Is he doing anything? I suppose he is doing a few things. I would say history will be the judge, but it seems that history is written by the victors. So, I think he's really concerned with a very small orbit around himself. And if you're in that orbit, he's probably doing a great job. For the rest of the country, I think he's unfortunately probably damaging some long-standing traditions.
Now, Trump telling the truth in public, it's a lot like how the rest of us fart in public. You can't really believe it happened, and the people around you are shocked, and you're kind of embarrassed about it. Trump has an interesting relationship with the truth or objective reality. It's similar really to the relationship he has with his daughter Tiffany, only on special occasions if he absolutely has to. The Washington Post has been actually keeping track of all the times Trump has used, well, we'll say subjectively misleading statements over the past 2.5 years, and he's over 9,000 as of today. Like this week alone, he called Meghan Markle nasty when he was on his way over to the United Kingdom. And then a few hours later, he's like, I never called her nasty. And we have audio tape. We have audio and videotape of this, but it doesn't matter. Truth is just what's happening now. But how awkward is that? Right? He goes to meet the royal family, and he just called Prince Harry's wife, who's the mother of the newest member of the royal family, nasty. Now, Meghan Markle was not at the very fancy dinner they had because she was home with the baby. Harry, I just want to say I'm really sorry that your nasty wife couldn't be here tonight. But, it's okay. Hey, remember that time I was on Howard Stern and I said that I wanted to have sex with your dead mother? Well, I mean, not when she was already dead, when she was living. I'm not creepy. That's the thing about Trump, right? It's never his fault. It's always against him. It's always unfair. It's always a hoax. It's always a witch hunt. But the Mueller investigation did turn up an awful lot of witches. Frog's Leg, Eye of Newt Gingrich, Bubble Bubble, Toil and Tweet, get me something good to eat.
When it comes to all the investigations, I think, first of all, maybe people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, because I think of looking at the other, say like Pelosi and Schumer and all the other people who, where did they get all their money? What have they been doing that may be somewhat illegal? Or is it dealing with lobbyists too much, which has to go, and they need term limits to stop all this.
And Mueller, all right, look, you need to dumb it down for people, okay? He gave us a 400-page written report. And I think it's safe to say at this point, if there's one thing we know about the American people, they are not a bunch of readers, right? So then Mueller comes out, and he decides to give a statement. And the statement is like, I wrote in my report that there may be evidence of a crime that I'm not allowed to charge the president due to reasons that he is in fact a sitting president, and there's a policy in which I cannot say or not say that he may have committed a crime, and if he wasn't president, things may be different. How much clearer could I make it? Did anyone watch the Mueller statement? Did you watch it? Play back the tape. Play back the tape. If you're watching his eyes, he's blinking out Morse code. Congress, impeach Trump now. Mueller did not indict the president because it is Department of Justice policy to not indict a sitting president of any crimes. Instead, in the report, he laid out 11 instances of obstruction of justice. And I think it's important that Congress investigate these instances to see if there's anything to that, because no one is above the law in America. Now, I never said I was above the law. It's just that, I'm here, and then the law is there. It's really more of like an elevated parallel to the law, not above. But I do think the one who has it the worst is Barron Trump. He's a 13-year-old boy who's forced to wear suits all the time. That poor kid. Come on now, Barron. Poor people wear jeans. Oh, golly gee whiz, Pop! Hey, Baron, watch your language. None of that potty talk. Oh, Pop, I want a pet. Come on, the other president's kids got pets. No pets in my White House, Baron. And then you're going to be watching the news and be like, Mr. President, I hear there's a cat in the White House. There's no cat in the White House. It's a hit job. Fake news. I just like the fake news joke, I'll be honest. Now, Baron, you're getting to the point where you're getting old enough to start grifting people on your own. Okay, so let's start with how you talk to those who are lower than you. You got to make sure that you're drawing the drapes. Draw the drapes, that's right, Baron. All right, now hand accordion. That's right, make the poor polka, make them polka. Up tempo, up tempo, up tempo. Very good. Okay, now pat the invisible dogs. And make sure you lean forward awkwardly. Kind of a little off balance, there you go. And then there's his wife, Melania. Donald, your son, he's growing up. Oh, I know, Melania, I'm so excited. Little Don Jr., he's just about old enough to have his first bankruptcy. Oh, they grow up so fast. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. No, Donald, not Donald Jr., your son Baron, our little prince. Oh, yeah, him. Sorry, I have a lot of children to keep track of. From various wives, not mistresses, not just mistresses' wives. Yes, well, Donald, I think it is time perhaps you have the talk with Baron. All right, Baron, son, your mother has asked me to come and have a very important talk with you. Oh, golly gee whiz, Pop, I love our quality time, I sure do. All right, son, well, this talk's a little different, you see. You're growing up, and pretty soon you're gonna be interested in girls, and they're gonna be interested in your trust fund, and so we need to talk about the birds and the bees. That's right. You see now, sometimes the birds, we're really attracted to the bees, and so what they'll do is they'll have a beauty pageant for all the bee pupa, because you gotta get them really young. All right, Donald, that's enough now. Donald Baron, come on, I have cooked for you the meal. Oh, golly, Mom, you never cook. I'm so excited. I can't wait to have it. No, Baron, not for you. just for your father. And your brothers and sister. Yes, eat up, family. Oh, God, Melania, you're such a terrible cook. This tastes like... Yes, now my Baron will be king of America. But despite all this, I want to tell you, I do think things are looking up. I think we're in for a new era. I think it's a new season. Yes, winter is over in America! It's a new season, not just for America, but for Trump. It's springtime! Springtime for Trump and America! Hit it, Matt! And now it's springtime for Trump and America. Deplorables are happy, not gay. We're marching to a faster pace. Russian hackers cannot be traced. Springtime for Trump and America. We're going to build us a wall. Springtime for Trump and America. Look out, Mexico, you're footing the bill. Springtime for Trump and America. Winter for Muslims and blacks. Springtime for Trump and America. Springtime. Come on, America, go into your dance. No collusion, Russian hoax, get me lots of Diet Cokes. It's a witch hunt, all fake news, I only win, I never lose. Springtime for Trump and America. Alternative facts always for you. Hatred is on the rise again. Impeachment just around the bend. Springtime for Trump and America. Obstruction of justice, 11 counts. Springtime for Trump and America. Means that soon we'll be going. You know that we're going. Soon we'll be going. You bet we'll be going. Soon we are gonna impeach. Thank you, everyone. What did you think of Patric's performance?
I loved it. I enjoyed his mannerisms. He did Trump quite well. I was okay with the contents, but I'm just one. I will laugh when it's funny. And Patric has a right to his opinion as well as I. Thank you.
Okay. You're fine.
My thing is I loved it. I can laugh, but why can't people laugh when it's like Nancy Pelosi? I'm just appalled that poor guy was Vox on, and I thought, oh my God. And then don't even get me on the Facebook, because I'm pulling my account, I'm pulling Twitter, and I'm going to. It's parlay. Thank you.